If we put the left hand on the heart and the right palm up, si ponemos la mano izquierda en el corazón y la mano derecha arriba, today we gather here to celebrate such an auspicious moment that astrologers have been talking about for years. Goodbye earth and hello air, and all of the changes that this will bring us individually and collectively. We face many challenges to overcome the past, and we are being handed amazing opportunities to create a better future. In the Northern Hemisphere, we celebrate Yule, the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. In the Southern Hemisphere, we celebrate Litha, the longest day of the year. The polarity in our planet manifests just as we manifest polarity. St. Thomas says in his Gnostic Gospel, when you make the two one and make the inside like the outside, and the outside like the inside, and the above like the below, and that you might make the male and the female be one and the same, so that the male might not be male, nor the female be female. When you make eyes in place of an eye, and a hand in place of a hand, and a foot in place of a foot, an image in place of an image, then you will enter the kingdom. For humanity to enter the kingdom, our task is to become one, and this is the sacred schooling that we are initiating. Today we receive the great conjunction, the joining of Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius at 0 degrees, thus marking officially the age of Aquarius. Saturn in Aquarius has already started its first task, the task of reprogramming. The reprogramming of structures, of the way we think, the way we believe, the way we deliver our highest potential as creative humans. Jupiter in Aquarius has already begun its first task, which is to begin to expand our consciousness, thus dancing within the true Tantra. Jupiter and Saturn are concerned with cultural, societal and governmental tides of affairs, and their shift from one element, the earth element, to another, the air element, marks important symbolic and societal thresholds. From 2021 through 2219, with the air sign Jupiter-Saturn cycle, we can anticipate all things air becoming heightened and developed. The constellation of Aquarius depicts a human figure that seems to be pouring water, but she is actually the Lady of the Well, pouring a stream of consciousness down from the heavens. Aquarian energy seeks universality and oneness. It rules the 11th house of all humanity. We will start to be more open to new ideas. Goddess spirituality and devotion to the Divine Mother will be heightened. We as humans will start to take care of our planet. Aquarius is the air sign that believes in connection between us all. Aquarius brings focus on communication, information, vibration, channeling, and technology. With technology, we will be able to connect with people from all over the world and become part of communities, which will be our salve to the emptiness we may feel at certain times. After a year that has been filled with uncertainty and many difficulties, let us start to work with these remarkable planetary patterns. Let them help us shift and change your life into one that delights you instead of one that drags you down. Have and hold a vision of the world you want to live in, the world you want to create on both a personal and a societal level. With a vision, one that inspires us and awakens sacred desire, our work is touched with magic and brings real accomplishment. This is also a moment to think about the rules we live by, not just external laws, but our own internal beliefs and directives. Are these beliefs in line with our core values? Do some contradict each other? How much are our rules influenced by social pressures and childhood conditioning? What is that you really believe in? We are going to see a shift in our attitude towards community. Some groups will be filled with intolerance and will want to perpetuate separation. But many will realize or remember that humans work best when we work together. Our divine intelligence and our ability to cooperate are our evolutionary superpowers. We need to evolve. We need to evolve emotionally and psychologically to do what we are capable of as divine humans. create a world where we all have an opportunity to reach our full potential in the highest expression of love. Today we prepare to welcome back the light, for this is the time of the sun god. And at Yule we celebrate his birth. Our ancestors stood in awe as they contemplated that just for a few days. On either side of the planet, the sun stood still in the center of the sky. The sun is now holding its breath as we prepare to welcome him back with a greater strength than ever. When we miss something, we truly appreciate its presence. As we were forced to distance physically, we gathered closer virtually and created new communities, gathering people from all over the world. These last few days of 2020, let us be in silence for reflection, integration, acceptance, and healing. Today we remember that we do nothing alone. We are the oneness of all creation. The birth of Christ is our alignment with the Christ consciousness. Whether you honor this light within and without through Hanukkah, Advent, Yule, or other traditions, today we know that we are all one tradition. We are oneness. In the sacred practices of alchemy, darkness is the prima materia, the primal form out of which alchemical gold, the philosopher's stone, emerges. We must all traverse the darkness to find the light. This 2020, the highest and most noble action that we have expressed is to be the hermit. Just like in the major arcana of the tarot, we have held our lantern to light the way for our families, our community, ourselves, and our world. What most touches my heart on this day is a reception of the Star of Bethlehem. Nearly 2,000 years ago, the Magi followed the North Star, and at some point, they were not sure how to continue their journey. And when they saw the Star of Bethlehem, nearly 2,000 years ago, the Magi followed and knew that the prophecy was being fulfilled. And at this moment, as I speak, the prophecy is again being fulfilled. As we are being bathed in the golden essence of the Star of Bethlehem, Mary Magdalene, the feminine Christ, walks among us, within us, above us, below us. The second coming of the Christ manifests her presence through us. Those of us who are willing to receive her through committing to a strong spiritual path have the honor to receive the brilliance and magic of her coming. And with the coming of the feminine Christ, she too brings all of the Christ lineage in deliverance to us, to aid us, to teach us, to awaken us, and heal us. Let us practice this coming together, for all of us that are here are in this sacred space, are connected, and we as a container that has agreed on a soul level to hold this energy, we remember that we were once together in community, honoring the holy and the mundane as the expression of divine love manifested in all. Amen.